Alright, here goes Greebly Madness. We're building 2 of these at once, which means we're going to go ahead and build them simultaneously. And there are a lot of parts here, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything in duplicate. Down. I'm hoping that doing these together will minimize some of the tedium. But also don't have a lot of faith in that. I think this part is going to be maddening. So, for anybody not familiar with the term Greebly, it's used in modeling for just random pieces that are placed all over a model to make it seem like they have function. Pipes and valves and antenna and things like that. Used a lot in sci-fi to give character to some of the starships that you see. The Star Destroyer is famous for having a ton of Greeblies. If you take a look at the production models from the actual movies, you can tell they're just covered in stuff. The model designers picked up dozens of model planes and all sorts of stuff. World War II artillery equipment is a common source for Greeblies, and just stuck it all over the ship. It's a huge challenge when putting Greeblies on a model to take this random piece that might be very specific, have a very specific purpose for what it came from, and make it look like it has a purpose on the ship or model that you're building, when they may be 2 entirely different things. There is what is referred to as the Lucasfilm Universal Greebly, which is just, it looks like this little valve, and once you see it and like commit it to memory, you start seeing it in every model. You can see it all over Star Wars, Star Trek. Battlestar Galactica is another place where you see a lot of these Greeblies. So this stage in building the Star Destroyer is going to fill out these sections here that are right along the side, and then the plates sit over them. If you look at the production model, again, of the ship, that section is kind of inset, the plates overlap, and in there are tons of pipes and valves and Greeblies. So we're building those and are going to fill those Greeblies out throughout this process. So as you can tell, not only do I have 3 large bins of basically structural pieces, but I have this huge bin of just random parts. At a glance, I see Lego frying pans, looks like binoculars, blasters, valves, all sorts of random stuff that are just going to get stuck on the side of this. What makes this such a challenge to build is the designers of the set, the Lego set designers, took a lot of time, and take a lot of time anytime they're building one of these screen-accurate models. Or, screen-accurate is probably a bit of a stretch, but attempted screen-accurate models. And they put a lot of effort into making sure that they try and duplicate those Greeblies to the best of their ability. So, me as the person recreating the Lego model wants to do the same thing, put that same effort in, which means counting studs to figure out exactly where this frying pan goes. Does it go 3 studs from the middle or 4 studs from the middle? It's often not easy to tell just glancing at the picture, and you have to sit and count it out. And when we're talking hundreds, there's probably 500 little pieces in this set, in this step. And that adds up real quick. I made a mistake. 1 and 2. And click. So, I fully expect this step to take a very long time of just trial and error trying to get all these greeblies in the right place. And it doesn't help that I am building 2 identical pieces, making it all the more important that I get them applied just right. All of that said, it's very cool that part of this step is going to include the first turbo lasers for the ship. Now, unlike something like the Death Star, which was all about the one big weapon, the Star Destroyer has a bunch of little laser cannons called turbo lasers in Star Wars parlance. That good for anti-snub fighters, so anti-X-wing, Y-wing, that kind of thing. All along, both here on the side of the ship and spattered around the top. If you've seen the Last Jedi, where at the very beginning, Poe Dameron is making the run at the Dreadnought, and he's eliminating all of the surface defenses. Those are turbo laser cannons. So we're going to be putting the first of the turbo lasers onto this ship as part of this step. So it looks like, unlike the Falcon, where when we were doing these greebly steps, we started at one side, would build the base, put the greeblies on, extend the base, put more greeblies on, extend the base, put more greeblies on. It looks like this is going to help me go through and just build the full length of this piece and start adding the greeblies on at the end, which is honestly just a little bit more irritating, because when I'm working on the greeblies for 2 inches, that's not too hard to keep track of where pieces are supposed to be going. When I'm working on the greeblies for potentially 4 or 5 feet, keeping track of it all is going to be nuts. Once we get to the actual greeblification, I'm probably going to start counting out parts rather than going by what's in the image. One, 2, 3, 4. Can we do these in a second? Let's get these pieces on first. We have a lot of color in these pieces right now, but that'll change real fast. I think now we start getting all of the gray on. 1, 2. Is that right? Yep. Do the same thing on this one. I was actually really surprised when I flipped to this page, well, a couple of pages ago now, but when I flipped to this section, and it said build a tube, because I was actually expecting them to be asymmetrical on either side. But that doesn't appear to be the case. So 2 more of these guys. To be honest, it would be even worse if they were asymmetrical. Building two symmetrical ones is going to be tough enough. Trying to build one and then go through, build the second after having built the first, when you kind of get that muscle memory of where these pieces go, and then realizing, oh no, this one is actually different. The worst is big mirrored panels, where you'll be putting a piece on that goes oriented to the left, and then you'll go through and build the second one for the other side, and the piece is now oriented to the right, but you just put it on oriented to the left, and get confused. That's where I make most of my mistakes. Ooh. So now we are filtering out all of that color and replacing it with drab, boring gray. Let's make sure I haven't mucked this up. These look identical, and they appear to match the picture. Okay, let's see if we can't find these pieces. 1, 2. 1 and 2. And 4 of these. Ah, I see they want them over there. Okay, that makes sense. And then you and Captain, someone's trying to initiate an unauthorized transport. It's Felix. Where'd you go? There we go. Switch to the other one. Okay, finally starting to run out of these. Which means maybe I'm getting to the end of the length. But there's still much work to do. You can see that I'm quickly burning through the structural pieces. But one, two, barely touching that. Okay. Now these little guys. There we go. Is that right? Yep. There we go. And for this one, I understand how this can change the way you look at things, but if you're not solution, you don't know. You're not there yet. And 2. Okay. what have we here? So we need 2 brown and 2 blue. And 1 and 2. And then for these guys. I'm not sure how this goes. Because these 2 were put on here. They were there. Oh! I grabbed 4 because I need 4 because I'm building 2. 1 and 2. And then 4 of these. It looks like. So I have 8 of them. Math is hard, everything times 2. Oh no. Ah, there we go. 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now this looks interesting. So 1, 1. And then these 4 pieces here. Go right after the brown one. And then 1 piece. Alright. I think this. You're there. Too many different trays of parts. Oh, wow, where's the top? There it is. Okay. 1 and 2. Am I missing anything here? Okay. Hook. There we go. Four. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are many of these. Yep, there's an error here. Fork up. Click. looks like after those 4 are supposed to be 2 of these, then these, and then 1, 2, 3, row. Feeling like there's a mistake again. Maybe not. Weird angle. 2, 3, 4, and back over here. Okay, this is a pretty intense piece on its own, and we still have all the greeblies to do, but I have at least eliminated, and we'll combine these and call it 2 trays of parts. They're of identical length and identical build. And now it looks like we just go from one end to the other and start applying so many greeblies. Okay, 2 of these. Followed by... this, and this, and this. Nope, that's not the right piece. Shaped right. Not right. Nope. Okay. Then the first of the real greeblies. This is a piece of a hinge. It's just going to go on here and look like it's some kind of part. And then it looks like a pair of valves. There we go. 1, 2. How do they align? They're going to align facing out and in. Try and give it the same attention to detail, like we said, that the designers put into this. There's one built. Grab 2 more of these valves. And 1 and 2. And these hang off the back by 1, it looks like. So, click. And, right? Yeah. I guess it's theoretically possible that this little piece of hinge is actually going to be functional, maybe as part of what connects it to the back, but I strongly suspect not. Okay, let's build these hinges with these guys. 1, 2. And then 1 and 2. Oh, it's 2 per. I need to build 4. 2. Mm. 3. 1 more. Gotta find 1 more. 4. And nope. Let's try not to throw pieces around. Well, I might be being pinged. Who is pinging me and why? Okay. So now we take these and they go here and here and here and here. Wonder what's the point of giving them the hinge? Doesn't seem like it's telling me to take advantage of it. Okay, on to the next page. Oh, now it says take advantage of the hinge. Boop, boop. Okay. I need 1 and 2. And 2. Wow, these are so long that despite being built to be flat, they're actually arcing up a little bit. It's like they have hollow bend. Okay. Took care of that. Then gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there it is. Well, there's 2. As soon as you find one, you learn what bag it was put in, then you find the second one real easy. All of these different compartments are different bags. So every time I open a bag, it goes into a new compartment because they generally sort all of the 2x2 bricks into one bag and all of the 1x2 with a central dot into a different bag. And so as long as you keep the bags separate, it's just a little easier to go through and find all of the parts you are looking for. Some bricks. 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start counting out bricks because I don't want to accidentally forget something. 2 of these. 2 flat dots. Right? 2. There we go. 2 flat dots. And this weird angle piece. And 2 slopes. And 2 square with dots. 1, 2. So square that out gets it out. And they go here and here. The grates go here and here. Here and here. Make sure we get these to line up right so that we're building to the same specs. Okay, one between, 1, 2. Should be right over that. Perfect. Okay. Next, binoculars. 2x1 with that. 4 holes. 2 for each piece. And then these weird 2x1s. Here's no, is that? Yes, this is it. There we go. Okay. So click. Click. It's there. So now all of a sudden we've turned binoculars and poles into what looks like working pipes on the side of the ship. Yay, Greeblies. This goes here. And here. Okay. Oh boy, this is not going to be fun. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is gonna be fun. One, two. Okay. That was actually relatively painless. I expected them to be spaced out more and not just be all gathered in one spot. What have we got here? Okay, so we want two of these, two of these, two little frying pan-like things, and 8 of the inserts. The fact that this is 8, and I just did 16 of the other thing, I'm going to guess that these fit on Those little one dot things. Hey, look at that. I know my way around Legos. Okay, where do these guys go? Ah, these guys get built into the frying pans. Pipe. And the frying pan and the pipe. This goes here. Gives us some continuation of these pipes. Ooh, it barely fits. Which always looks really good. Yeah, well, that one barely fits. This one fits better. Let's slide it out. Something is odd there. Ah, that's what's going on. Okay, so now that I've got it there, I'm going to slide them out a little bit so they fit right up against that and look good. Looks pretty good so far. Yeah, quarter done with gravy. Long way to go to these. Two of these. Two of these. One, two, three. Three. There we go. Okay. Start here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. And how do these fit on here? Is that right? There we go. There we go. Looks right to me. Okay, this is going to be a little weird. 2, 3, 4. Lots of pieces for this one. As I slowly chip away at all the greeblies, I eventually get to the point that it becomes a lot easier to find any individual part. Just because, you know, there are fewer parts to cull from. 2 little corner pieces. 1, 2. 2 other kind of corner pieces. 2 little itty bitty wings. 1 and 2. And looking for those little seats. Over here? Nope. Definitely not here. Right there. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. Now the fun begins. Where do all these things go? They're all individual pieces. They aren't little mini builds. So this is going to be fun. Okay. So it goes here with the dot in front. Front. corner, corner, dot. Boom, 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 boom. Got it. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2 pairs of binoculars. 1, 2 round dots. And a corner piece. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. Binoculars do go out. Two. Okay. Push that down. Another search. 1, 2. 4 brights. 2 single dots. And 1 angle. And 3 slopes. Okay. Next. Boom, boom. 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 Ah. Is this right? One try. Yep, there we go. Okay. Always nice to hear I didn't screw up. Alright, next count. There's going to be 2, 3, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, Click. 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 Okay, where do these go? These go in between, facing up. Two facing up. And take advantage of that. And great. Squares with a single dot. One and two. Okay. Same deal here. One and two. Okay, got that one. And you're starting to see how tedious greablification can be. I'm not making a lot of progress on the ship. But this is really the steps that makes the set such a nice display piece. The attention to detail is exquisite. You could almost imagine this being the hero model for the actual movies. And in fact, as I mentioned earlier, this is basically the same process that the model makers go through. Although, unlike the model makers, I have instructions. They do this from their imagination. And it's just very impressive. Let's do the same thing again. There we go. One, two, three, four. And get these dots up here. I suspect we're going to make more of these little hingy boys to fit there. Okay. Yep, hey, look. Exactly what I just said. Ooh. For a second I thought I was about to dump that, and I was not excited by that prospect. Okay, so these go up. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Should be one more. There it is. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Everything for this step. No sub-assemblies. So it goes all the way down. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. Doop, and I didn't pull everything out of it. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. Finally digging back into this. Looks like it looks like a 3 not a 4. Yeah, I was right. 1, 2, and the stabby boy, and the flatty boy, and the dotty boy, and the hooky boy. Elbow boy. Okay. Uh, 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. I'm getting to the end. I still have a bunch of detail work to do, but I'm getting to the end of this. 2 pieces here, 2 cups, I guess. Corner. Dot, dot. Okay. So the cup goes here. There we go. And then the dots. Where do the dots go? Ah. And two. And there's that. Okay. Now from here, we need these two for these little grabby hands, right? Yeah, little grabby hands. And more of these little valves. Grabby hands go on the very end. And just inside. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And facing up goes these valves. Okay. Two hinges. Two vents. Two cones. And the two grates. Looks like grates go here. And then this. And this. This. And this. There we go. Next. Four frying pans. Right? Which means 8 frying pans. Okay. Oh! Remember that turbo laser I said we were going to build? Would you look at that?
Doctor, I want you to go to the bridge. I'm giving you an order. Go to the bridge and target my comm signal with a photon torpedo. It's using to incinerate you, not just me.
Hey.
I don't need you to give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
Understood.
There we go. And here. And... oh, no. That was backwards. Let's do this right.
Tell me how to deactivate this transmitter before I start shooting you. What happened? Looks like you broke up. I'll give you 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Who's going to help me now, Captain? I found the captain. I'm there right now. And it's all going to be destroyed in less than 2 minutes.
Get
Unless you
these
deactivate that transmitter.
lined up right.
You'll be killed too. I think you're lying.
And then and one turbo laser, two turbo lasers. That's cool. Alright, next. Okay, now we're going to start building how these things actually attach. Let's build one of these out. Second one. Okay, let's make sure I get these lined up right. Yeah, this is a little ridiculous how long this piece is. Okay. Oh, looks like there's a built-in way to line them up. Right at the end of the black. Let's hope the rest of these pieces are all that easy. Three, four. And you can see this is what's going to help transition from the Technic frame to studs that I can build the outside panels onto. Okay. Right below the turbo laser, lined up there. There we go. Ooh, this looks like a fun little build. Gonna need 4 of these, 2 of these, 4 of these, 2 of these, 4 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. Consolidate that. Oop. Forgot some pieces. Inside. these little guys go. Looks like right here. Go. Ah, I see. So these are all structural pieces. I lied my face off. I assumed this would be part of how the transition happens from Technic to studs, but instead it's SOTS that's providing structural support. SOTS, studs on the outside. It's kind of iconic Lego design where, yes, I could use these sorts of panels to make everything flat, but it's often more iconic as a Lego set to have the studs actually showing. So they have a design term. SOTS, studs on the outside. Boop. Okay, on to the next. Ooh, here we go. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Let's see where these all go before I get too far ahead of myself. Ah, I see. That goes there. That goes there. This goes up. Come on. Okay, and this one goes down. So I'm going to do this a little differently than it says, but only because I want to get this one secured before I move on to the other one on the other side. This, turn the whole thing around. Uh-huh. Where is... Just pull those two right in front of my face, blending in with the rest of the stuff. Yep. Click. Okay, and then this should click through here and here. Would you look at that? And then down here, how does this work? I see, so it doesn't actually show you how it works. Ta-dum! Oh. There we go. Now it really is starting to look like what it is. And I am done for the night. We will move on to step 4 sometime tomorrow.